Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1, and this is going to be a dramatic reading of the Twilight Hunt. Beneath the dark canopies of the Wraithwood, a party of dark elves nimbly bounds from the trees. They are searching for someone, yet dare not call out for them. With all their heightened senses, they still fear what lurks in these undying woods.
Stop! Do you hear it? Panting in the distance. Something running fear. Yes. Our quarry is close, but I'm afraid we will not be the first to find him.
Then you feel it too, as if we have been watched. We have entered the territory of the undying. We regroup with the others. The elves do not make it far before they come upon a gruesome sight. Ranger Noladir, who had gone ahead, is pinned to a tree, his face gaunt, drained of blood, a slashing wound cut across his neck. By the elder stars, Noladir! May you rest in the embrace of the goddess. We must watch our every step.
It may be too late. Look, the mists. Something is stirring within them.
The dark elves fire madly into the blood-red mists, unsure of what they've just fought. They run headlong.
Where is Merilith? She was supposed to cover our retreat.
I fear she has already fallen. We must continue, find the boy, get out. A terrified scream pierces the night. The wail of a child in mortal danger. The elves tear through the woods, searching for the source of the wail until, at last, they find it. A boy lying on the ground.
No, they're here! Monsters!
Yes, they are. That is why we must move quickly, child. You are not safe here.
None of us are, cousin.
The rangers move headlong, piercing through the swirling mists before they can envelop them. They must leave the darkness of the forest if they have any hope to survive. As they go, their numbers dwindle.
Where are we going? Where are you taking me?
Quiet, kid. You've already gotten us into enough trouble. Keep watch. They're still out there, somewhere in the mists.
Irileth is gone. She was just behind us.
What are these things? A scream pierces the night around them as the mists behind them turn blood red. By the stars! They're right behind us! Be prepared! Their strength is likely beyond us. The dark elves launch a flurry of arrows from their bows, disrupting the swirling mists, but their enemy eludes them still. We can't defeat them! Not here. Get the boy back to the Citadel. I'll try to hold them off. Ranger Wynell grabs the boy's hand and begins to sprint away. Ekarith is left alone as the reforming bodies of mist and shadow descend on him. The mists before the ranger begin to move with seeming purpose, as two shadows form within them, and shortly after, the shapes of a man and a woman appear. Ekarith cannot move, frozen in fear, as he gazes upon a living nightmare. No, it cannot be! What are you?
You know exactly what we are, but your fear forbids you to say it. Speak our name. Perhaps it might give you the courage for a proper fight.
Accursed, I name you! The ones who brought the doom upon our land.
So right you are, Ranger. The doom of your land, the birth of ours, a kingdom of the night.
Ekarith steels his nerves and fires an arrow towards the descending shadows, yet they seem to blink out of the path of each shot, forming and reforming in an instant from within the crimson fog.
So then, the prey has some fight to give the hunter.
What is this? What power do you have? Why won't you die?
Death cannot claim the undying, not so long as we feast upon the blood of your kinsmen. And now, you.
Each wound ought to be mortal. Every furious strike that Ekarith makes fails to land on these creatures of the night. His energy spent, he collapses to the ground.
Enough of these games, Viserion. Kill him and be done with it. We cannot lose the trail. It feels unsporting, my love, to kill one so pathetic. It's without honor.
Ekarith springs on his chance to escape, running madly, with the swiftness of fear and courage, scrambling until a coldness pierces him. The heat of his blood turns to winter's ice. His breath forms steam, and then he breathes no more.
Your insufferable honor. Fine then. If you haven't got the taste for blood, my blade remains ever thirsty. A shame to kill a fleeing man. If we do not have honor, what makes us different from the beasts? Nothing, dear husband, save our power and our cunning. Now make quick on their trail. We've wasted time enough.
It's been weeks since we left the city. Regret burns in my heart. We left too easily, but there is something to this chase. Like a missing cog in a machine, we feel compelled to the hunt even now as it leads us to the darkest of realms. Is it worth it, Kira? Do you think it will be?
This chase? I don't know anymore, but the boy led us here. The furthest we've ever been from the city, and the deadliest place we've ever entered.
Amerdallen, the Wraithwood. What lies in wait for us there?
You should be more concerned with what lies ahead of you now, Outlander.
Beating back the Dark Elves was no small difficulty, and the Strixbane are not themselves accustomed to being ambushed. You fight well, but you are not welcome here. Leave, or we will press our attack.
You cannot do this, Ranger. Our quarry has entered the woods. We must follow.
What is it that you hunt? A boy. A runaway from Luxus. He's in great danger.
And he may be a danger to himself.
A boy? Ekarith, perhaps we can aid them. Lead them into the woods. The child must be in danger. Then we will lead you into the forest. Keep close. There are dangers greater than any you can imagine within. The elven rangers of Amerdallen, rarely spoken of, perhaps because they are tarred with the same brush as their criminal cousins. But what little I've heard tells of dedicated and peerless warriors. I hope their skills will not be needed. You are about to be one of the few Outlanders ever to see a fortress of the Dark Elves. You should be honored.
A fortress? Where? I see nothing but a stone cliff.
Within that stone cliff, my lady, wait a dozen trained archers. That is the greatest of our fortresses, Black Hollow. But we cannot dwell long here. If your quarry is run into the woods, his life is in mortal danger. As if it had been hidden by a mirage, the carved parapets and thin arrow slits appear from within the natural face of the rock, enough to hold back an army. But what beasts lurk within these woods that they must hide even their fortresses?
Ekarith, one of our patrols has just returned. They say they might have seen the boy. Noladir and Merilith will lead us to where they saw him.
Then we will leave at once. Stay close to us, hunters. The Wraithwood is home to all manner of malevolent and ill-grown beasts. The Wraithwoods have an eerie chill about them. There is no comforting music to it. No birdsong, no chitter of animals, only the hungry growls of predators and the death wails of their prey.
Was it this way, Ranger Wynell? So dangerous and dark?
There was a time once when the forests of Amerdallen would, in their twilight beauty, surpass the daylit groves of the Silverin. But that time has passed. The astral tree has shattered, and with it, the light of the woods has faded.
Then why remain here? Why not join your kin in the greater cities and leave these dying woods behind? We dare not leave our posts. You don't know, Outlander, the secret horrors we keep at bay here. The woods are not dying, no. They are undying, caught in the twilight between life and death, and in the shadow of death, many evils form. Perhaps we can help you eliminate them. Once we finish our mission, pray first that our mission will succeed. The evening fogs have rolled in thickly, and I sense a great danger coming with them. Ranger Wynell and the boy peeled through the night. The border and the sanctuary of their ancestral forest lay just beyond sight. But as she approaches, the boy stops and begins to pull her back towards the forest.
Child, why do you fight? I'm trying to save you. Death awaits if you return to the woods. Is this what we've been hunting? A child? So much more than that, my dear. Seize the boy, slay the elf. Do as you are bidden.
Some pity wells in Viserion for the scared child. He hesitates, and before he can reach to grab him, a dagger pierces his side, striking true on the accursed. Fiend! Deathless creature, I will not let you hurt this child! As Dietrich goes to slash with his sword, the creature he struck evaporates into a fine red mist, and shortly appears behind him.
It's been too long since I felt a touch of pain. Exquisite. This should be a good fight.
The pressing attack of the accursed has proven too much, even for Dietrich. He fights the creatures to a standstill, but as the battle goes against him, Kira arrives at last, moving quickly to block their attacks.
This foe is beyond us. We need to pull back.
Good. Run. I love a chase.
As they go to run, Wynell pulls on the boy's sleeve, but he does not move. He stands solid, looking into the mists and the ever-nearing shadows of the accursed.
What curse is put upon this boy that he is drawn to danger like a dragon moth to flame? Comes because he is beckoned. I call to him, and he will answer.
A spell? By what sort of witchcraft have you ensorcelled this child? Are you what led him to this place?
Clever for a mortal. have you finally put this together? The child is under my spell, and has been since I stole him to this place. An experiment in living flesh, a hybrid of man and wolf. The boy is Lycan? You neglected to mention that when you led us on this ill-fated hunt. Something happened. My skin burns. My blood boils. Awaken then. Rise with the night, child. Take and eat the flesh you hunger for.
Let the boy go, demons! Release him from your spell!
You'll have to do much more than that to force me away from my prize.
Why? What is this child to you? What use could a monster have for a child?
The child means nothing. It is his blood that I need to rid us of our final restraint. Daylight, you want to walk among the mortals. Walk? No. I want to rule them.
At the realization of their plans, Ranger Wynell is filled with purpose. She unleashes a volley of arrows that drive them away, but the boy leaves with them, and the chase begins again.
We cannot let up the pursuit. We must find them before they can complete whatever hideous designs they have for that boy.
Wynell rushes ahead of the Strixbane siblings, forcing them to clamber as fast as they can through the gnarled and knotted woods, until they found she had stopped, head on hands in the clearing. The body of Ekareth lay before her, drained of blood.
Ranger Wynell,
Say nothing, Outlander. Say nothing at all. It is fate that brought you here. Fate that took him, and it is to our fate we go.
Not just ours, Ranger. The fate of Orin, and perhaps all the world, lies now in our hands. Far ahead in the distance, a lichen sniffs at the air, as two figures converse beneath the still of night.
Did you have any intentions of letting me into our plans for apparent world domination? You may wear a crown, but tell me, who rules in Immortalin? Did you forget, dear husband, that all these things I have done for you? I have not forgotten. I could not forget what you did for me. To have plucked you from the jaws of death. To have plunged this land into its living undeath. For you, your debt to me is beyond even your immortal service. What must I do for you, my queen? You will wait for our pursuers. Keep them busy. I must begin my work. The day is coming. Be safe.
Ilara says nothing in reply, pulling the boy as if on an invisible lead back toward their refuge.
This is the Citadel of Shadows. No living thing has laid eyes on it in many years. We dare not tread too close.
we aren't alone. Stand and fight, demon!
I wouldn't have it any other way.
This is a trap! Where's your other half, cursed one?
She works her magic within the keep behind me. But this is all you will know before you meet your end. I do not stand here to trap you. I stand here to face you. Now give me a worthy fight or die quickly.
You will not live to regret your challenge, bloodsucker!
At last, alone and with the breaking of the sun over the horizon, Viserian's strength and skill are finally overcome. He sinks, weakened, to the ground.
Go. You must interrupt her ritual in the throne room. Do it soon, or she will be too powerful to stop.
You're helping us. Forgive me if I don't trust the word of a killer.
A killer I am, but one with honor. Ilara's vision is flawed. She would rule an endless benighted realm of death. I do not share her vision. I only do what is asked of me. And what is it that you were bid to do? To keep you occupied. The rest I will leave to you.
He vanishes, almost as mysteriously as he appeared, his body melting in the mists and turning the white cloud in front of them crimson red.
Please, don't do this to me. I don't want to be like you.
Deep within the Citadel, Ilara begins her fiendish ritual. The room is decorated with the blood, not just of her prey, but of the hunts of many centuries. She begins drawing out pure energy from the boy.
Dear child, I don't want you to be like me. I want to be just like you. All the strength of a day-walking lichen, the rage of an orc, the immortality of the elves, and my cunning. A new bloodline, as terrible and beautiful as daylight itself.
You will not live to see the dawn that has broken for you, Ilara.
No, my dear. With this, I am the dawn!
Ilara is driven into a frenzy. Despite every wound, she keeps returning, more ferocious each time. There is no chance left to escape her grasp. She rises into the air, ready for her final attack, when a blade comes to meet hers. A knight in crimson armor holds back her deadly blow.
What is the meaning of this treachery? Viserion, you forget your vows. Your oaths are to me! I forget nothing. I simply didn't find it sporting. Death will not claim her. Not here, not now. You must go while you have the chance. I will find some way to calm her rage.
She'll kill you.
I'm already dead. The love she holds for me yet burns in her. Cruel though it may be. Go take the boy and never return before I change my mind.
Ranger Wynell, Dietrich, Kira, and the boy make haste for the castle. They've not left it far behind before the piercing, banshee wail of Ilara rings through the night.
You must go. Take this child. Bring him somewhere, anywhere but here, and guard him well. He must never fall beneath the spell of this land again.
We can hardly take him back to the city, let alone his propensity for bloodshed. It isn't safe there with Valora. She'd sell him back to Ilara the first chance she got.
And where? We don't know where he came from, or where his people are now.
Their quick pace is suddenly interrupted as a steel bolt bursts a branch in front of them. A mysterious creature, a lichen as dark as the night, stands before them.
I will return him to his home. He is meant to be with his people, with his father.
Well, I do hope you enjoyed that. I'm no voice actor, but I sure did my best. I want to thank you for watching the video. I have been Rage Panda 1, and I will see you in the next one.